Hi everyone, I am very excited to share a new kind of video series that I want to do. I want to try it out anyways. I'm going to call it New Releases Radar. A week or two before the next month starts, I would like to share 3 to 4 books that are releasing in the next coming month that I'm interested in, that I'm excited about, that either I will be reading or I'm going to be looking for reviews to see if I want to read them. So it's not going to be an extensive list. It's going to be just ones that are interesting to me. And I just thought of this because in February there's a lot of exciting releases that I just really want to hype and share. And so I just figured, let's try this out. I don't know if I'll have books every month. And if I don't, then maybe I'll skip like whatever, I'm not going to like make up books that I'm interested in. But if there are, at least 2 to 4 books that I'm interested in, then I will share about them. So yeah, really February is just very exciting to me because of the books coming out. So here we go. First one is The Cairo Curse by Basham, and this book releases February 1st. So technically that's a Wednesday. I don't know if the date is going to be changed, but as of now, it's February 1st that it's coming out. So get hyped because this is the sequel to The Mistletoe Countess. And I have started reading this book already. And by the time this video goes up, I've probably finished it. But so far what I've read, you definitely need to read the first book because it really just jumps into the established relationship between Frederick and Grace. So if you want like the fullest picture of how their relationship started, then I would suggest reading The Mistletoe Countess first. It's a wintry book. It does kind of seem Christmassy, but it's very light Christmas. So you could read that first, like now, and then read The Cairo Curse, and I would highly recommend. So yeah, I was able to get an early copy of this book, and so I am reading it for a review, and I would really like to support the launch of this book just because I really enjoyed The Mistletoe Countess. It really impressed me, and then the writing of The Cairo Curse is just equally as good. I'm already invested in it. I already really like it. So I think this is going to be another really great book added to this series. So I would like to suggest that you read it. So overall, I'll just tell you this does follow Frederick and Grace. Grace ends up taking the place of her older sister and marries Frederick. Because her older sister, a thing happens, Grace has to step in. So Grace marries Frederick and moves to England with him because Grace is American. And in the first book, she is getting used to like noble life because she doesn't know anything about like societal hierarchy and like how to be a good noble woman. And it's like kind of cute to see her be awkward like that. At the same time, the family she marries into, Frederick's family, has a lot of secrets, a lot of like unspoken things that went on in the past, and a mystery around some deaths that happened in the family. And she ends up uncovering it along with Frederick, and you see the growth of their relationship. It is so beautiful. They are a married couple, and so they do discover like how to be married together, and they become friends and just really good partners. It's also extremely funny, very endearing, and Grace is a reader. She is a bookworm and she loves like mysteries and learning things, and so she's just very lovable. And I fell in love with her character. I really liked that first book, Mistletoe Countess, so when I had the opportunity to get an early copy of The Cairo Curse, I really wanted to, just because I think I'm gonna love it, and I would really like to support the author in launching this book. So there's the first one coming out February 1st. If the date does change, I'll put it on the screen, but as of now it is releasing February 1st. This one, we are all so excited. Memory Lane by Becky Wade is coming out February 14th, and we are so excited. Like, I am so excited. I say we, me and my family, my friends, the book world, okay? And she is releasing it self-publishing. She is self-publishing this book, and I really respect her for that. She did post on Instagram about it, and she's been sharing. She did this Kickstarter initiative where she would really like to get an audiobook for this book. And so that's been really exciting. She did meet her goal, so there will be an audiobook, which is so exciting. And I also am allowed to get an early copy of this book, so I'm very excited to be reading it. And I just can't wait, just because like Becky Wade's writing just really speaks to me. I love the way that she weaves faith and romance together. She just does it so flawlessly, and I'm very excited about this one. So it is called Memory Lane. You can see how the cover is like more modernized to meet the the trends that are happening in romance covers. This kind of, I don't know, I say cartoon, but like animated or whatever type of covers. They're very cute, very eye-catching, and it is what is selling in the market right now. So she did make the change to this kind of cover, and I respect her for that. Normally she has like real people on her covers, but this time it's different. So this is the first book in the Sons of Scandal series. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but it is going to be following brothers. So I love a good like family series that, you know, each member gets their own love story. In this one, a guy is in an accident and he loses his memory, and a girl finds him, and basically she like nurses him back to health, and he has to slowly recover his memory. That's the basics. That's all I want to know. Otherwise, it's going to be a romance between the two of them, and I'm so excited. So I can't wait to see, yeah, just like how she takes the story, how she puts faith into it. So I'm very excited. I will leave all links down below if you want to get this book for yourself. Any of the books that I mentioned, I'll have links down below to check them out yourself. February 7th, Daughter of Eden comes out by Jill Eileen Smith, and I'm also very excited about this book. I do also have an early copy, so thank you very much, NetGalley. This book follows the story of Eve. It's gonna write a story around her, so it is gonna be fictionalized. We don't know a ton about Adam and Eve in the garden before they had to leave, and so I don't know if it's going to be following her in the garden or out of the garden. I read the synopsis once, and then just enough to like see that it's about Eve, and then I've let it go out of my mind. I don't want to know much going into this one. I don't want to have any like preconceived judgments about it. I just want to go in with an open mind and see how it goes. So I'm very, very curious about this book. I should be reading it very soon. I would like to read it before the release date so that I can give my review, but I don't know. There's something about this book I just really want to know. I hope that it's good. Oh, I'm wrong. On my paper, it says it's coming out February 14th. Whichever one. Maybe it is the 14th. I'll just check really quick. It is the 14th. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. The one coming out February 7th is The Weight of Air by Kimberly Duffy. Now, this book is historical, but it is about something that's very interesting to me, and I don't have an early copy of it. I don't plan to read it before the release date. I want to see reviews of it first, but this is historical fiction, but it follows a girl who is, I think she's an acrobat in the circus, and something about the back cover really interested me and made me want to read it. So I'm gonna, you know, I think my get it together. I think my library is going to order this book in, so I'll just request it. It'll take like a couple months for it to get in and then for me to get it, but I do want to read this year. I've never read anything by this author, and her books just sound so good, but they're historical, so I always say like, no. But this one, enough is just like, oh, I'm just curious enough that I will try it. So again, the cover is also very intriguing. It's so pretty, so I'm also interested in this one in February. So a lot of earlier releases in February, like, you know, the 1st to the 14th, they're all coming out, and then hopefully I can give reviews. I always review books on Goodreads. I am going to start reviewing books on Instagram more. That's one of my goals for the year. So you can check my Instagram, but for sure on Goodreads is where my reviews will be. And then of course in my wrap-ups at the end of every month. I don't tend to do singular videos for one book, just because that doesn't interest me to do that. I would rather just put it all in a wrap-up, and then you can check Goodreads for an individual review. Sometimes I talk about books in reading vlogs as well, so if you want to see more, there will be more. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited about these books. I highly recommend checking some of these out. I will put links down below to see them if you want to get your hands on them. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.